Tipped all the pages and scrubbed from the web. Use the Wayback Machine to view and save them. Okay, the Wayback Machine is one of those tools that are, in my opinion, not that my opinion means shit, but just in my opinion, the Wayback Machine is horseshit. Because they can manipulate what is shown there as well. It's happened so many times before. You know what I mean? They'll say, this page is still being updated. Sure it is. And then a year later, it'll say, this page is still being updated. This page is currently unavailable at this time. But hey, give us a little time and we'll have it updated. Sure you will. You know what I mean? It's no conspiracy. I'm not talking about this specific thing, Twist. I'm talking about in general. The Wayback Machine is J-U-N-K. I'm sorry. It's fucking junk, man. That link works? Okay, thank you very much, Marianne. Thanks a lot. I'm not going to click on it, but seeing that I'm recording this show, I'll go back and grab the link, or I'll just Google it myself. And then try to get, let's see, Jason Todd Reddy. I'll go to his YouTube. What kind of YouTube videos did he do, Make? Did you do a video on it on the inner tubes or what? I do too, Twist. I do too. But I'm saying that a lot of news... Here's another thing about news. The news outlets and organizations. These companies or private industry have bought the fuck out of the newspaper articles that were written from 1999 backwards all the way to the 1800s. And they purchased the archival rights to these news stories. And they make you pay these fucking stupid-ass, ridiculous fees to go see a story that was written back in 1927 in a certain state or a certain city on a certain day, certain time, about a certain individual. It's fucking bullshit. That information should be readily available, period, the end. But no, that's not the way they're doing it. So if there's some story that they don't want you to have access to go back and, let's say, investigate something that maybe a senator just said, or somebody said, or that guy did, or this woman, whatever, it'll fucking disappear, and that Wayback Machine is right there with them. They're not going to give a fuck, because they're not going to give a fuck. Look at the stories that are published on USA Today all the time. You can't find any fucking record of them. You go into Wayback Machine, you type it up to, you know, some sort of specificity, and it won't come up either. It's like bullshit. It was published, but they removed it after 3 days or whatever. This is why, like a couple of days ago, I was helping this woman move. I can't stand moving people, but you know, she just by herself. She needs somebody to help her. You know, fucking feel bad because you know they ask you out of everybody, and what are you gonna do? Say no and leave somebody hanging, right? So here I'm helping her move. She's got 4 boxes of fucking books, weigh a ton. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, Jesus, Luigi, what are you going to do with all these books? And she says, well, you know, if the power goes out and there's no internet, a book is a beautiful thing to have. Good point. But what's going to really suck is 25 years from now when there are no fucking books. When you go into a library, there's going to be very few books. And they're going to charge you a fee to go look at the fucking books or read the goddamn books. They want to force feed the fucking electronic book up your ass. But the danger with electronic books is that they can be scrubbed, altered, deleted, and archived in whichever position or category that they damn well choose them to be. That's the fucked up thing. It's not like you can just go pull up a paper from the library in its archives and say, okay, page 94, this topic, this man, blah, 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 it was printed on this day by, here's a source, da, 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 da. You know, where all these news outlets had some sort of fucking credibility that they don't have anymore, like the bullshit NBC tried to pull with the Zimmerman incident. This is exactly, they rewrite history as they see fit. Like when I was growing up, they'll tell you all day long the United States has never, ever, ever had any of the shores, nowhere in the United States has any foreign army ever stepped on American soil. That is not true. That's garbage. It's bullshit. But they'll tell you that all day long. I mean, it wasn't for any significant amount of time, but it had happened. So they can, you know, look at all the publishers. All these huge publishing companies that buy up these certain, you know, other book publishing companies. They can rewrite the history any way they damn well want to. And then they turn around and indoctrinate your children into believing what they want you to believe. Same fucking thing with these news articles. It's kind of bullshit, you know. But there's nothing you can do about it. It's kind of fucked up. Well, absolutely. No, we're not talking about Russia. Not yet, I don't think. Yeah, well, we're talking about secret bait, exactly. So what is that? How did you catch all those fish? It is my secret bait. What is your secret bait? It's a secret. I'm not telling you about my secret bait. 9/11, we American has joined the sad infantry. The bullshit alerts are... there's so many fucking bullshit alerts I wanted to put out. You know what I'm saying? Not gonna do it. Don't have time. There was like 4 bullshit alerts this week. You know what I'm saying? I like to save the bullshit alerts for the good shit. You know what I mean? It's too funny. Yeah, but you know what? You can't homeschool your kids. You can, but you gotta jump through all these fucking hoops and shit. You know, like one of my damn good friends, Sean, his kids, he homeschool. He's got shit. Jesus Christ, he's getting a collection of them. He's got like 4 kids now. 3 kids, I'm sorry. And I think 1 on the way. He homeschools all his fucking children. You know? But he's got to go through some serious bullshit to do it. Yeah. Collection, yeah. I keep telling him it's the fucking water, dude. You got to knock that shit off. You got to quit it. You're putting a lot of strain on the missus. You know. You're antisocial? You know what? Here's another thing too, man, that's kind of fucking stupid. The system, the way the system is being worked right now, everybody in this room, good day, Aussie Battler, everybody in this room, whether you want to believe it or not, is being forced into antisocial behavior. We certainly are. You go to any fucking company in the United States, you try to go and get a job. You have to do it online. You have to do it online. You have to fucking apply online. There's none of this shit where you walk in, you see the manager, you look them in the eye, and you say, "How you doing? I'm a dirty, rotten bastard, and I want to be a manager at your company because you suck." You can't do that anymore. You have to go online and do that. And what's so bad about that? I'll tell you what's so bad about it. And they have software. They have software right now, resume software, that picks through your resume. And if there's any words in combination that they don't like, you're kicked right out. Goodbye. You could fill out the same exact application with 7 different names, the same date of birth, the same social security numbers. Excuse me, not the 7 different names. 7 of your own name, you know, your name 7 times. Rewrite those resumes all differently. You know what I'm saying? One of them get kicked out, another one get kicked, another one, and then one of them, if you just did it right, you'd get to fucking at least go in for a live interview. Because if you say the wrong fucking word, or a couple of wrong words, they're boom, you gotta go. And a lot of these companies, they make you take what is called a psychological aptitude test. You know, they want to make sure you're not a thief. They want to make sure that under this circumstance, would you tell a manager, or if somebody stole something but you caught them and they put it back on the shelf, would you turn them in anyway? You know, all these little fucking games. So if you answer one question just wrong, you're out of the system. I mean, we are being trained as a people to be antisocial. And it sucks. That's why I love being self-employed, because I don't have to deal with that bullshit. You know, if somebody, like, this afternoon, somebody referred me to somebody else. That's why I have to work tomorrow. If I was employed by a company, and they asked me to come work on a Saturday, I'd tell them go pound fucking sand. But because I'm self-employed, I have to go do that job. Because I have to acquire yet another client. Does that make sense? Because the clients that I've had them for 7 long years. Consistently. And they always call me back. If I can't do it, I'll just tell you, don't do it. Hey, can you do electrical? I don't do electrical. But I can, you know, hook you up with somebody who does electrical. How's that? You know? Or I don't do that specific part of computers. I can hook you up with somebody who does. You know what I mean? Just reading the chat log. I can't because this is the wake up for leaving right now. I can't because fuck those guys. You know what I mean? For real. Fuck those guys. I had some guy that's, you know, constant. He loves to harass me, but I don't even take it as harassment anymore because he's a fucking joke, right? But this idiot Tesla goes, I've taken your video and I've sent it to the IRS. I'm like, guess what? So did I. Isn't that neat? Sure did. And I encourage everybody else to do the same thing. And I do. Go ahead. Doesn't fucking bother me. I'm waiting for him to come knock on my motherfucking door. That'd be a real hoot. I'd tell him to go fuck off. Sure would. I don't give a fuck. Do you think I'd put a video out if I didn't care? I don't care. Do it. What am I going to do? I'm going to shake. Well, do it. I already sent it to him. I don't know if they can look at those videos on, you know, at work. Not really sure. Don't give a fuck. But what, am I supposed to be afraid? I'm not afraid, dude. Excuse me. You know, it is my opinion. Nobody owes them anything. If anything, they owe us. You know what I'm saying? But that's not the law. It's not the law? You want to talk to me about the law? Really? 2 words for you. Timothy Geithner. There's the law. Here you have a fucking dude that is being appointed as the goddamn United States Treasurer, and he didn't pay his taxes? Right? That guy? The law? You want to talk to me about? Fuck off. Stick that law shit right in your ass. That's why a lot of these guys don't pay it, because they know it's voluntary. They don't have to pay it. I don't want to get on that subject again. I think I already covered that pretty good. Why are you typing all big? There's only one person I let type big in here, and that's Texas 101. You know, no big typing. There's no big typing in here. You know? Don't make me boot you out of the room. I will. I'll do it, dude. I'll do it. I will fucking boot you out for yelling in my room. I swear to God, for Gatson, I will fucking pop your ass out of here too. You will be in the pop-out land. Yeah, exactly, T-Roll. Just kind of curious. Isn't that amazing? It's neat. You know. That's what cracks me up about. I was going to do a video on this topic tonight on YouTube. I don't know if I will or not. Maybe I need to redo it or think of another way to do it. But man, America we're fucking death junkies, aren't we? America is like a death junkie. We're like, we gotta go kill somebody. Let's go pick a nation to go fucking wipe out and shit. To force feed them democracy. Yeah, and then here's the cool part. Because some ass licker decides to knock a guy's door down or sneak in his bedroom window and shit because he's gonna steal his television, rape his wife, right? And God knows what he's gonna do to him. Guy blows his fucking head off as soon as he steps foot in the house. And then a court of law wants to convict him for murder. Oh, shame on you. But meanwhile, you got the government sending soldiers, hundreds of thousands of them, to go kill innocent people because we got to get our fucking death fix. Right? Is that it? We got to go get some sort of... We got to position our country and make these little fucking bases, go in there and destroy their country and then make all these other bases. And for what? Because we want to show them what democracy is all about? Is that it? Excuse me, we're a fucking republic, not a democracy, you dumb motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Take that democracy and cram it right up your ass. The United States is a republic. Hello? It just cracks me up. We want you to believe in democracy. No. We want you to believe in... Okay, I believe. That's what cracks me up, man. Fuck. And then these people are... Oh, here's another thing. You're going to love this. This is a real hoot. I went out to lunch with a couple of ladies here. And one of them says at lunch, I couldn't believe this. See, this was... what day was that? It was on... Tuesday. Yeah, it was Tuesday afternoon. We're at lunch up in the high country. There's a place called Georgetown. Georgetown is a nice area. It's a beautiful area. It's not too far from where I live, and it's just down the street, you know, just down the hill. And we're having lunch, and this one woman that I don't know, I just met her that day because I was with this other gal, and it was her friend. She says, "Oh, hey, did you know the Southern Poverty Law Center is going to be speaking in Denver tomorrow night?" And my lady friend says, "Oh, they are?" And then the other gal says, "Oh, yeah, I really like them. They have a sold-out show." And then they look to me, and they say, "Have you ever heard of the SPL?" And I'm trying to control myself. You know what I mean? I'm sitting there and I'm shaking because I'm trying to control myself. You know what I mean? And she's like, "Why are you giving me that look?" I said, "Well, you see, I had a run-in with them one time." They're like, "Really? Why?" I said, "Well, I called them up at their headquarters, I believe is in Florida, and had a little chat with them on why is it that they decided to call one of my pals a fucking terrorist. I didn't say a fucking. I didn't say that. I said I just called them out. I was just kind of curious why it is they find one of my pals to be a terrorist. She goes, what do you mean by that? I said, well, you know, there's a guy and his name is Shepard, you know, that runs the Intel Hub. Yeah, that guy. And they wanted to consider the Intel Hub a terrorist organization. And I just had a problem with it, so I called him up on the phone one afternoon. I didn't raise hell, but I was just kind of asking them a bunch of questions. They really didn't want to talk to me. And she goes, really? Well, what is the Intel Hub? And I says, well, it's just it's like a, you know, a news outlet, but a couple of guys just doing their thing, whatever. A lot of people maybe consider them conspiracy or whatever, but, you know, Chef's a good guy, you know. And she goes, yeah, but what do you think about the Southern Poverty Law Center just as a whole? And then I looked at my lady friend, I looked at her, looked at her, looked at her, looked at her. I said, I think they're full of shit. That's what I think. That's exactly what I said. She's like, really? And then my friend said, you know what? Let's not even talk politics, okay? Because every time we talk politics, things get heated, and then that was the end of it. You know what I mean? But later in the day, I had to pretty much apologize to my friend for, you know, telling this lady, her friend, that the Southern Poverty Law Center is full of shit. And I still believe that they're full of shit. And she was all, oh, she was so... And I says, so what are they going to be talking about? She goes, oh, they're going to be talking about how the hate groups are becoming expeditious in the United States. I'm like, really? Wow, how sweet. I said, you know what? I can't go down there. Even if I had a ticket, I couldn't go down there because I'd be arrested in 10 seconds. And then she goes, really? For what? I said, oh, I'd be holding up signs, yelling, screaming, all kinds of shit. I said, I don't know if you know it or not, but you're having lunch with a fucking radical. That didn't go over too well. So, you know what I mean? I'm serious. So she probably said, hey, will you excuse me? I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back, and I gotta go potty. Where's that motherfucker at? Let me see if I can do it. Do it with a straight face. So what she probably did is one of these. Yes, hello, is this Department of Homeland Security? Yeah, there's a guy, and he's it's too funny. I hate that, you know, because they probably, you know, she probably was thinking that, one, I wouldn't know who they were. You know what I'm saying? And then she could who and ha and who about what a wonderful organization they were. So I think when, you know, she was surprised that I did know who they were or who they are. And they're fucking douchebags. They're scumbags. They're fucking garbage. All of those cock monkeys are. You know, they'll sit there and tell you all day long that you're a radical and you're a terrorist and you're a racist and all this bullshit. And that how they get out, you know, how the guns need to be taken out of the hands of Americans, and no, it'd be so much safer. But meanwhile, they're running around with fucking armed security detail. Fuck you, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like Bank of America. You know what'd been a real good one for Bank of America? Is to say, hey, I was just kind of curious to know, if somebody tries to rob your bank, next time, if somebody tries to rob your bank, instead of calling the police, call the Boy Scouts. So they can show up with, like, sticks and shit. Would that be right? You know what I mean? Isn't that neat? Their banks are being protected by motherfuckers with guns. But hey, I thought you didn't like guns, right? Then why call the police? Have your fucking security wired right to the Boy Scouts. Or better yet, I tell you what, all the banks in New York City have them wired up to the Guardian Angels. So all the karate monkeys can... You know what? I put a call into Curtis Sliwa tomorrow, and they can have all the fucking guardian angels hooked up to the fucking wired directly to Bank of America. So if somebody robs you, you call them. They're so full of shit. That's what I'm saying. These fucking knuckleheads are so hypocritical, it's disgusting. Your mouth is your only weapon? Is used up other countries. I'm reading chat log. Other countries' resources before our own. You know what? I don't even believe that shit anymore. I don't believe that that's why we do it. Using up their resources before we do our own. I don't believe that. Because, see, that doesn't make sense to me. And the reason, and not that I'm anybody, but the reason why it doesn't make a lick of sense to me is because, wow, if that's the case, then that would mean that we are purchasing their natural resources for profit. So you have, like, the oil that it took, the labor that it took to find the oil, to pull it from the ground, to refine it, all that bullshit or whatever, ship it, transport it, whatever. So everybody's making a profit along the way. All you're doing is making that fucking country rich beyond belief. So let's just say, hypothetical, that 35 years from now, when every single country has a nuclear weapon, what's going to prevent them from coming on over and lobbing one at you and taking your fucking natural resources? So that shit don't even make sense to me. It just sounds like there's a lot of greasy palms going on. Now hold on a second, Twist. Curtis Sliwa is a great fucking dude, man. Do you even know him? He's a great dude, man, for real. Man, how could you say such a thing? What do you mean, no, he's not? Really? And why isn't he? Why isn't he, bud? You want to come up and co-host? Why isn't he, bud? I gotta hear. I know the fucking dude. Here, come on up here, bud. Run your fucking mouth. Where are you at, Twist? Oh, bullshit. He is not a... Whatever. You get your fat ass up here. I gotta hear this. Twist, where you at? Hello? Where you at, Twist? Damn, dude, that's a terrible thing to say. Oh, Jesus. Are you going to get into that again? Do the research? What are you talking about? Alright, dude, well, that's your opinion. You know what? I've known the motherfucker since 1989, so whatever. That's your opinion. Man, I can't believe you said that, dude. That's just... Whatever. That's your opinion, man. Whatever. Put him in the drunk tank? Whatever, man. Okay, whatever. Everybody has their opinion. He will always stamp... Disagree. Disagree. What do you mean that's all? Whatever, dude. You know what? Well, let me ask you a question there, Twist. Would you not agree that the man had helped hundreds, if not thousands, of young people? Okay, so what's your problem? Dude, the fucking man is worth